Yo, what's going on, man? It's your man Tavares, the CEO entrepreneur himself. What's going on out there, man? I hope all my entrepreneurs and CEOs and business owners and like whatever you label yourself as. So if you don't know, I have made a couple videos before when I started my journey into my scooter business. Okay, so I created a scooter company, and I reached out to Bird, as Bird was the provider for the scooters. All right, I reached out to them. I called them, and they pretty much explained to me that they provide scooters, 50 to 100 scooters, all right, based on location, and that's based on how many scooters they're willing to provide based on your area. All right, if they don't need you to manage 100 scooters, then they're not going to give you 100. 50 is enough. All right, so I had 50 scooters in my possession, and so they required for me to basically start a business. All right, so get an LLC, and have a business name. Your business name can be anything. I mean, you probably won't be using it outside of tax purposes or anything like that. But come up with a business name, get your EIN, get it LLC, and have a legit business, okay? Because they want you to have your own business. They don't need Bird employees. They need partners, they say. First, reach out to them to see if they need your help. All right, you don't want to get all that stuff and then call them and they're like, oh yeah, we don't need you. Now you got a business scooter company, right, for no reason. So first, make sure they need you. Two things you're gonna need to keep the business going. All right, two things I'm gonna tell you right now. Make sure you have a place to put these scooters. All right, not just any place, but a place that have electrical service. Power. All right, you need power to charge these scooters up. They gave me like 30 chargers. I had 50 scooters. They gave me 30 chargers. Each scooter takes about 7 to 8 hours to charge. All right. If you have a big enough garage, like a 2-door garage or something, I know somebody that did it like that. A little warehouse or whatever. Like, just make sure you have a location. All right. You're gonna need a trailer to store these scooters on. Like, once they done charging, you got to put them out in the public. Okay. If you kind of concerned where to put them out at, you can utilize 70% of your city to put these scooters. They also give you a map, right? So you can look at the map and they'll tell you everywhere where you can't put them and the places you can put them. And like I say, 70% of your city, of that map, you'll be able to store, that your scooters there. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't even do business out there. They really don't have too many options of places to store the scooters, right? But anywhere on the sidewalk, make sure it's not blocking people walking by. Make sure there's not blocking any cars. But like pretty much anywhere on the sidewalk, by bus stops, you put them. I will actually say this is a full-time job. All right, you got to be ready for it. It's a full-time job. I would also recommend that you have help. Okay, make sure you have help. You can do it on your own if you're running it like that, if you got that type of time on your hands, but I would recommend, hiring somebody. You get paid $1,500 a week, probably more than that. All right. It's guaranteed 15, but most likely it'll be more than that, because Bird, they only going to want their scooters in areas where they see profit. So if you thinking, what if you make less than 15? They're not. I don't believe that they will try to operate in any city if it's not going to be profitable. For 50 scooters, it was like $20,000 for 50 scooters. All right, it's no upfront cost, but what I'm saying is, They're gonna give you these scooters, no upfront cost, but you're gonna be paying back through your check. If weather get bad, you just gonna have to make sure you keep an eye on the weather. Go grab your scooters, bring them back to your location where they supposed to be charged up. Keep them indoors. Rain, they do fine in the rain. They're not they don't get messed up in the rain. 3 of my scooters were taken, which leads me to my experience. All right, and I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna get back to those 3 scooters being taken. All right, so because I didn't have a reliable place to store my scooters, they was like in I had went and got a U-Haul, little storage place, and it was small. I had to stack the scooters up in there, and there was no way for me to charge them. And because it wasn't no way for me to charge them, I was looking for like a building, right, that I can rent out for these scooters, but I couldn't come across one. I had to get a generator. Went to Lowe's, bought a generator so I could charge them up outside. But this generator was so loud, bro. I had to rent a U-Haul. I was spending a lot of money trying to get this thing going, y'all. I probably spent almost like $10,000, like on the car for work purposes, the trailer, license, the license plate for the car, the insurance. Spending so much money, bro, trying to get this thing going. And like I said, it don't have to be this complicated if you just have these 2 things in place. Like, my biggest downfall was not having a place to store these scooters. I was just trying to help and find them before it was time for me to go to Tampa and pick the scooters up. But time came where I had to just go and get the U-Haul, right? I mean, I had to go get a U-Haul, then I had to go get the scooters, 50 scooters, right? And the trailer that I had, I wouldn't even think it. I drove all the way to Tampa with the trailer that I bought from Lowe's. Trailer was too small, so I had to take my little trailer that I got from Lowe's off and put it inside their little warehouse. I'm taking the trip all the way back, 2 hours. I'm 2 hours away from Tampa, right? All the way back to the house. 2 days later, I got to drive all the way back to Tampa and get my little trailer, bring it back. I was just everywhere, y'all. I was everywhere. Like, this was not a smooth ride. One Friday come, and they give us a call. Bird, they all have like a representative within your city to they might not be living in your city, but they got a certain representative that reach out to each group of people in each city. So they reach out, we be on text, call. So they like, hey, this coming Sunday, I'm talking to them on a Friday. They be like, okay, this coming Sunday or Monday, we're gonna be putting the scooters out. All right, so they letting everybody know the scooter's about to go out. Bruh, here it is Friday. All I have is half of my scooters, not even halfway charged. And now I'm thinking, bro, where can I take these scooters to get them charged? I end up going to my cousin's house, his front yard, right? He have scooters. I mean, he have a good little space out in this front yard. I hooked the generator up, letting the scooters charge, right? It's a pain in the butt, bro, to run it like this. I'm trying to tell you. So I got these things charging, right? So they charge overnight. So the next day, I go out there and I see that the thing is shut off, right? So I'm checking, because the generator run on gas, and I'm like, dang, like it wasn't even that much gas, and I thought it was full, and so I'm like, dang, it wasn't even that much gas in there, so it shut off. So now that's another setback. Sunday come around, they call, all right, y'all, just get these scooters out this afternoon. Or if you can't get them out this afternoon, tomorrow morning, they got to be out there. Day one. I got no scooters out. Day one, no scooters out. I'm trying to get my ones charged because during this time, it was like real deal rainy season, right? I'm talking about raining off and on, and I got my generator outside, right? So now every time I hook my generator up, I get to the house, I'm looking out the window, rain coming. Now I gotta jump back in the car. I got kids, now I gotta tell them, hey, y'all come on. I know I just picked y'all up food. We gotta go. Jump in the car. Driving all the way back to my cousin's house, right? I say all the way, but he's not that far from me, but still it's raining, so I can't be playing with it. So I get there, I'm trying to unplug everything, cover up the electrical wires and all that there, unplug them from the scooter. I don't want no water to get in there. And when it stopped raining, now I got to go back, dry each cord off, turn the generator back on, plug them all up, and let them run. Day 2, no scooters out. Now they messaging me, they calling me. I'm like, yeah, I done had a setback, and I'm looking for a place right now to where I can charge my scooters up. I got them charging on the generator, and they were like, all right, just make sure you keep in contact with us and let us know what's going on and how we can help. All right. So I'm trying, right? So now I already know fire on my behind now. It takes about 7-8 hours for these things to charge. And the few that I have charged is not enough for, Bird. If you got 50 scooters, they want at least 25 or 30 of them out. Right? They want at least 25 or 30 scooters out. I probably had like 12 out. So boom. I get my scooter, I get whatever I can get out there, right? I get them out there, I'm putting them out and everything like that. And I got my other ones charging. Where the scooters are charging from, it's about 20 minutes away from where I'm putting them out at. Once I get the scooters out, I'm like, okay, by the end of the day, I can go back, get them scooters off the charger, put them out here, all of them will be out. I'm good. Bruh. How about my car overheat? Soon as I get ready to, I put a few on my, I've been in the corner getting ready to, go to another little area to put the rest of them out. My car starts shaking. My Jeep just shaking. I'm like, what going on? I suck on H. Hot. I'm like, no. Right? Here go another expense. Now I got to go and get this fixed. That set me back even more. Now I got to leave my whole trailer, right, with the scooters right here in this parking lot. Call a tow company, get my car towed. I get up early, go check on my car. They ain't done it till later that afternoon. So I go pick up my car, go get my trailer. I go to my trailer, but watch how this turn out. I go to my trailer, right? All my scooters off the trailer. So I'm already thinking, I'm in a college town. I know these kids at night are gonna be on, got a few drinks. They see some scooters over here. They just gonna grab the scooters. And at that, I don't really care about them grabbing the scooters because at this point they still got to pay for it, right? You still got to pay to ride the scooter. So if you take it, right? So my trailer's still there, scooter's gone. I'm like, dang, who done got me for my scooters? So I'm like, it is what it is. Let me hurry up and run back to the house, grab these scooters off the charger, put them out, and then there's some out here that weren't really fully charged because I had to get some type of scooters out. So most of them ain't even fully charged. So now I gotta go gather up some scooters that need charging, take them to the chargers, take the ones off the charger, bring them back. So this take me all day. Like I said, it's not a quick thing, right? So later on that night, I missed the phone call. I see it, call back. Hey, Tavares. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I got some bad news for you, bud. I already know what time it is. Yeah, it seems like you causing some problems here, you know. It seems like you're not getting enough scooters out in time. I'm like, look, I got the last batch of scooters. I'm gonna go out, put them out. They'll be all out tonight. Yeah, but you know, we just decided, you know, that we just gonna terminate your contract. $10,000 I done put into this. I ain't argue with it. I'm like, because at this time they already, you know, made a decision. Before they called me, they already terminated my contract. I already know that. Before they called me and told me that I could say whatever I wanted to say. But realistically, they already done kicked me to the curb. The very next day, I'm riding. This was the very next day after that phone call, right? I'm riding, and I'm passing the area where I put some scooters out at, right? And I see somebody else grabbing the scooters and loading them up in their trailer, in their truck. And I'm like, this looked like another one of, you know, Bird fleet managers. So I said, let me go over there and holler at bro real quick. I'm over there talking to the man, and he like, oh, you Tavares. Because remember, we had a group chat, right, where everybody, all the fleet managers, everybody talk, communicate. And he was like, oh, you Tavares. I'm like, yeah, that's me. He was like, man, nobody know what was going on. And basically, I'm gonna call him our supervisor, our Bird supervisor, right? He pretty much was letting it be known in the group chat, because I was already out the group chat, right? They already booted me up out of there. And he basically let the other three know, it was four of us, he let the other three know that we need to go pick up some extra scooters. Okay? That's where my scooters went that was sitting on my trailer. You know what I'm saying? And so he was like, yeah, man, you know, he was like, that was your trailer out there? And I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, man, I picked them up. He was like, I ain't know what was going on. He said, man, I picked them up. So I'm like, all right, man. I say, I appreciate that, man. I didn't know what happened to him. And he basically was like, it was some other scooters that I own, right? That I managed, that he was looking for. And he was like, yeah, man, I met your dad the other day. And I'm like, my dad? I'm thinking like that. My dad stay in Fort Lauderdale, right? And so he was like, he met my dad, and I'm like, my dad? He was like, yeah, it was a guy. He said he went to go look for my scooters, right? And he said the location of these scooters was like in somebody's house, right? Of course, it don't show in the house, but once he got to the location, he was looking around. He was like, these scooters got to be inside this house. He knocked on the door thinking, okay, that's where I stayed, so I probably had my scooters there. He was coming to pick them up. The guy answered the door, and he was like, is Tavares here? And he was like, the guy lied. He was like, nah, he was like, but that's my son. And the dude who was coming to pick up the scooters was looking in the house, and he was like, he seen 3 scooters in the house. So this dude scoop my scooters up, took them to the crib. And I'm like, what? I was like, bro, that was not my daddy, bro. And he was like, man, he was like, yo, dude stole some scooters. So things like that happen. I'm an entrepreneur, like for real, bro. And so in the near future, like I got big plans. I'm writing my plans down. I'm having faith in them. I'm gonna be opening up a storefront. Like I'm looking into that, like opening up a store. And I ain't gonna speak too much on that just yet, but that's just one of my ideas that I'm serious about. I know better than anybody. All right, it is rough out here as an entrepreneur, but I keep faith, I keep hope, and I keep going. And I need y'all to do the same thing too. All right, I'm out. Peace.